Hello and welcome back to English Steps.
Hello, everyone.
I am so excited to be here today. I'm Sam, and I'll be your curious student. I am absolutely ready to learn and probably ready to make some mistakes too.
And that is the best way to learn.
And I'm ready to ask all the questions that, you might be a little too afraid to ask yourself.
And a very warm welcome from me as well. I am Alex, your expert guide to the English language. It is a real pleasure to be here with you and with everyone tuning in. Welcome to English Steps.
I've been thinking a lot about travel recently. Just the idea of it.
Oh, yeah.
Going to a new city, seeing the sights, maybe trying some new food. It's the dream, right?
It is.
But then I get this sinking feeling in my stomach.
A sinking feeling. Why? Travel is supposed to be exciting, an adventure.
It is exciting, but it's also terrifying. I mean, specifically the logistics of it all.
Getting from point A to point B.
Exactly.
Oh, right.
I have this nightmare where I'm in a big city like, I don't know, London or New York.
Yeah.
I need to get somewhere important, but I sound like a complete robot. Or even worse, I end up on the totally wrong side of town because I didn't know the right words to use.
That is such a common fear, and it's a real one. Navigating public transport in a second language, it's genuinely stressful.
It is.
It's high pressure, the doors are closing, there are people waiting behind you, and you have to speak fast.
Yeah, you feel the pressure.
It's what we call the language filter.
Yeah.
You might be a smart, confident adult in your own language,
Right.
but when you have to buy a bus ticket in English, you suddenly feel like a child.
That's it. That's exactly it. I feel like a child. And that's why I'm so happy about today's topic.
Me too. Today, we're doing a deep dive into navigating public transport.
Yes.
Our mission today is simple, but really important. We want to help you stop sounding robotic when you travel.
Please.
We want to give you those natural, easy phrases that native speakers use so you can just blend in.
And save me from the embarrassment of missing my stop.
Oh, that's the worst.
It is the worst feeling in the world, standing there, watching your street just go by.
It really is. So you mentioned sounding like a robot. I'm curious, what does a robotic traveler sound like? Can you give us a little demonstration?
Oh, absolutely. And I'm sad to say this is based on real life.
Uh-oh.
Okay, so picture this. I'm standing at a bus stop. The big red bus arrives. I look at the driver and I say, I enter the bus.
I enter the bus.
Or maybe if it's a train, I go in the train.
I go in the train. Okay.
It sounds correct, doesn't it? Like grammatically.
Well, here's the thing. Technically, people will understand you.
Right.
If you say, I enter the bus, the driver knows what you mean. But you are so right. It sounds incredibly unnatural.
It does, doesn't it?
It sounds like something a computer would say. Or maybe an alien who's just landed and is describing their actions to their spaceship.
I enter the bus now. Beep boop. I am inside the vehicle.
Exactly. Native speakers just. We very rarely use the word enter for a vehicle, and we almost never say go in for big transport like a train.
It just doesn't flow.
It doesn't.
Yeah.
And if you use those phrases, you instantly kind of, mark yourself as a beginner. It creates a little distance.
Which is fine. I mean, we're all learners here. But the goal is to level up.
Of course.
You want to take those English steps forward. We want to sound smooth.
Precisely. We want you to feel confident. The goal isn't just to be understood. It's to feel comfortable. So let's unpack this. Why don't we say enter? And what should we say instead?
Okay.
This brings us to our first big section, getting on and off. I call it the golden rule.
The golden rule. I like the sound of that. Is there really just one rule that fixes this whole problem?
There's a very strong logic to it, yes.
Uh-huh.
It all comes down to prepositions.
Ah, prepositions. My old enemy.
I know. In, on, at, by, it can be a nightmare. But for transport, there's a physical logic you can follow. We can call it the platform theory.
The platform. Okay, I'm ready. Lay it on me.
Okay, it's what I call the stand-up rule.
Stand-up rule. All right. I'm listening.
Here's how it works. I want you and everyone listening to visualize the vehicle.
Okay.
Think about what you're taking. Is it large? Is it spacious?
Yeah.
Specifically, when you get inside it, can you stand up on your own 2 feet and walk to your seat?
Okay, let me think. A bus. Let's start with a bus.
Good one.
The door's open. I step up some stairs. And yeah, I'm standing. I can walk down the aisle. I'm standing up.
Correct. Okay, what about a train?
Definitely. You walk from the platform right onto the train. You can walk from one car to another. You're standing up the whole time until you find a seat.
Perfect. And a plane?
Yes, even if the ceiling is a bit low and I might bump my head,
Oh, right.
I'm still walking to my seat. I'm upright.
Exactly. So for all of these vehicles, bus, train, plane, where the platform or the floor is large enough for you to stand and walk on,
Mm-hmm.
we use the preposition on. And the phrasal verb is get on.
Get on. So I get on the bus, I get
Yes.
on the train, I get on the plane.
Perfect. You're getting on board. Think of it like you're stepping onto a moving platform. You are standing on the floor of the bus.
Just like I stand on the floor of my house.
Exactly.
That makes so much sense. So going back to my robotic example, instead of I enter the bus, I should be saying,
I'm getting on the bus.
I'm getting on the bus. Wow, it sounds so much better already.
It does, right?
It sounds active. It sounds like I actually know what I'm
It's
doing.
more dynamic. Now, let's flip it. What happens when you leave the vehicle?
Well, if I get on, do I get
Got
on?
it. The opposite of on in this context is off. So
Mhm.
for all these large stand-up vehicles, you get off.
I get off the bus. I get off the train.
Exactly. You could say, excuse me, I need to get off at the next station.
Okay, I think I have that locked in.
Hmm.
The stand-up rule means get on and get off, but not all transport is big.
Good point.
What about cars or taxis?
Brilliant question. And this brings us to the second part of the rule. Let's call it the sit-down rule.
Yeah.
Think about a car or a taxi. When you enter a car, can you stand up and walk around?
No way. Definitely not. Unless you're in some kind of fancy limousine.
Right.
But normally, no. You have to
Yeah.
kind of crouch down, you bend your body, you basically sit down immediately, you sort of fold yourself into the seat.
You fold yourself in. That's a great way to put it. You're enclosing yourself in a small space, almost like a container.
Mm-hmm.
For these vehicles, we use in. So the phrasal verb is get in.
Get in. Oh, like in the movies.
How so?
The action hero always yells, get in the car.
Yes, they do. They never, ever yell, get on the car,
That would mean getting on the roof.
which would be very dangerous.
And probably illegal.
Probably. So you get in a taxi. You get in a friend's car.
Yeah.
And so the opposite would be get out. Get out. You get out of the taxi. You get out of the car.
Okay, let me just recap this for myself. Make sure I have it 100%.
Go for it.
So this is the platform theory. If I can stand up and walk inside it, like a bus or train, I get on and get off. And if I have to crouch and sit down right away, like in a taxi or a car, I get in and get out.
You have absolutely got it. That is the golden rule. If you can master that, you get rid of, I'd say, 50% of that robot feeling right away.
That's actually really, really helpful. It stops me from just guessing all the time. But I do have a confession to make.
Oh, what's that?
I've made another mistake in the past, a very specific one. I remember being on a bus in London a few years ago.
Mm-hmm.
I was so proud of myself for taking the bus. But when I was leaving, I said to the driver, thank you, I go out here.
I go out here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I meant, I'm leaving now. But looking back, I think that was wrong. The driver kind of gave me a weird look.
It's a very, very common mistake. So don't feel bad. Go out is a real phrasal verb, but it just has a different meaning.
Okay.
We usually use go out when we're talking about social events.
Oh, like going to a party.
Exactly. We're going out for dinner,
Mm.
or do you want to go out tonight? Or we use it when we're leaving a room or a building. I'm just going out of the house for a minute.
Ah, I see. So if I say I go out here when I'm on a bus.
It just sounds a bit confused.
Mm.
Because in the context of a journey, a route, you want to use that specific transport verb.
Which is get off.
Right. You want to say, I'm getting off, or even better, I'm getting off at the next stop.
I'm getting off at the next stop. That really flows. It's so specific. It tells the driver exactly what I'm doing in relation to the bus.
It is. Go out is too general. Get off is for the machine, for the vehicle.
Okay. I am officially scrubbing I go out from my vocabulary when I'm on a bus. It's get off from now on.
Excellent. Now, knowing how to get on and off is crucial, but it is just the beginning.
Oh, no.
You actually have to survive the journey itself.
Surviving the journey. That sounds a little dramatic, but honestly, it's true. Once you're on the bus or the train, there are all these little social interactions. You might have to talk to people or the driver.
You do. And this is where a lot of learners freeze up. They might know the grammar, but they don't know the social scripts,
Yeah.
the polite standard phrases.
Right.
So let's move into section 2. Essential phrases for the journey.
Let's do it. And I want to play a role here. I like doing the role plays.
I love it when you do. It helps make it all feel more real.
Okay, so imagine this. I'm a traveler. I'm in a new city, let's say Sydney, Australia.
Okay, Sydney.
I'm standing on the street. I see a bus coming. It has a number on it, but I'm not totally sure if it goes where I want to go. And I really don't want to get on the wrong bus and end up in the desert with the kangaroos.
A very valid concern. Getting on the wrong bus is a true travel nightmare. So the bus stops. The doors open. The driver's looking at you. What do you ask?
Okay. I walk up and I say, does this bus go to the opera house?
Perfect. Let's stop right there and analyze that. Does this bus go to destination?
It seems simple, but I feel like the structure of that question is really important.
It is. You're using the present simple tense, does this bus go?
Mm-hmm.
Because you're asking about its regular schedule, its routine.
Right, its daily route.
And that key preposition is to, go to. It shows direction.
What if I said, is this bus for the opera house?
You can say that. It's understandable. People will definitely know what you mean.
Okay.
But does this bus go to is just the most standard, natural way to ask. It's the phrase a native speaker would use without even thinking about it.
Does this bus go to Central Station? Does this bus go to the beach?
Exactly. It's a perfect little frame you can use. You just fill in the blank. And remember to keep your intonation up at the end. It's a question, right?
Great. Does this bus go to the beach?
Does this bus go to the beach? That rising pitch makes you sound friendly and polite, like you're asking for help.
Whereas if I say it flat, does this bus go to the beach, I might sound a bit bored or even demanding.
Precisely. That little lift in your voice makes all the difference.
Okay, got it. Scenario 2.
Let's hear it.
I am on the bus. It's the right bus. Success.
Hooray!
Yeah.
You're on your way to the beach.
It's crowded. It's totally packed. I see one empty seat, but there's someone sitting next to it. Maybe they have their bag on it, or they're just sort of looking out the window, taking up space. I didn't want to just plop down next to them. That seems rude.
It could be seen as rude, yes, or at least a little aggressive. In many English-speaking cultures, we really value personal space, even on a crowded bus.
So I need to ask permission, but I don't want to say, can I sit? It feels like I'm 5 years old asking my teacher for something.
Can I sit? It's a bit childish, you're right. The polite adult way to handle this is to ask about the seat, not about yourself.
Ask about the seat. Okay.
So you look at the person, maybe you gesture a little towards the empty seat, and you ask, is this seat taken?
Is this seat taken? Oh, I like that a lot.
It's passive. You aren't asking, can I sit here?
Yeah.
You're asking, is this seat already occupied by someone else?
Right.
Give the other person a chance to say, oh, no, go ahead, or, yes, sorry, my friend is just coming back.
Because sometimes people do save seats for friends.
They do. Is this seat taken? It's polite, it's respectful, and it's absolutely the standard phrase.
Is this seat taken? And usually they'll just move their bag and smile, I hope.
Usually. Or they might just grunt and move their leg. You know, public transport etiquette can vary a lot from city to city.
Yeah.
But the language, that stays the same.
Okay, so I found my seat. I'm sitting. The bus is moving. Now I'm getting nervous again.
Why is that?
Because I need to get off soon. I don't want to miss my stop. I'm watching the window like a hawk.
And you need to signal. Maybe the bus is really crowded and you're stuck at the back. There's a wall of people between you and the door.
Right. I can't just shove people out of the way.
No, please do not shove people. That is very, very rude.
Okay.
Use your words. This is where we bring back that fantastic phrasal verb from earlier. You say, excuse me, I'm getting off at the next stop.
Excuse me, I'm getting off at the next stop.
It does two things at once. First, you say, excuse me,
Mhm.
which is always polite. And second, it acts as a warning. It tells the people blocking the way, hey, you need to move soon because I'm coming through.
So it's assertive, but in a polite way. I'm getting off at the next stop.
Precisely. If you just try to push past someone, they'll get annoyed. But if you announce your intention, people will almost always make space for you. It's like a little magic spell to part the crowd.
I love that. Words as magic spells. Okay, I feel so much better about the whole process now. I can get on, find a seat, and get off, all without sounding like a robot.
That is huge progress. But I think it's time to test you.
Oh, no, a test.
Not just any test. A pop quiz.
A pop quiz. Okay, I'm ready, I think. My palms are a little sweaty.
Listeners, this is for you too. We're going to test your memory on that stand-up versus sit-down rule from Section 1.
Okay.
I'm going to give you a vehicle. You have to decide. Do you use get on or get in?
The pressure is on.
Here is the situation. You've just landed at the airport. You walk outside to the curb. You see a yellow vehicle. It is a taxi. Do you get on the taxi or do you get in the taxi? Listeners at home, you have 5 seconds. Think about it. Go.
Hey, okay.
Time is up. What's the verdict?
Okay, so I visualized it. I walked to the taxi, I opened the door, I had to duck my head, I sat down immediately. I definitely could not stand up. So
Yeah.
the answer is get in.
You are 100% correct.
It's it.
You get in a taxi because you can't stand up inside it. Well done, and well done to everyone listening who got that right.
And if you said get on, don't worry, just remember that funny image of standing on the roof of the taxi.
Exactly. You don't want to do that. Visualization is a great memory tool. Okay, the quiz is over. Everyone can breathe. Let's get back to the journey.
So we've covered the basic A to B ride, but travel is rarely that simple, is it?
Not usually, no.
Often you have to go from a bus to a train, or from one train line to another. It can feel like a maze.
The complex journey. This brings us to section 3, connections and delays. This is where the vocabulary gets a little more technical, but it's so important for navigating a big city system, like the London Underground or the New York subway.
Okay, so I'm on my first train. It takes me to the city center, but my hotel's on the other side of town. I need to switch trains. What's the word for that?
There are 2 main terms you'll hear. The first one is transfer.
Transfer. Transfer.
Yes. You might hear an announcement on the train say something like, transfer here for the Northern Line.
Okay,
It just means you leave your current vehicle and go to another one.
that sounds very official. Transfer. Do regular people say that in a normal conversation?
Sometimes. But
Okay.
you're right, it is a bit formal. In casual, everyday conversation, native speakers usually use a simpler verb. They say change lines, or even just change.
Change lines. That makes perfect sense. I'm changing from the red line to the blue line.
Exactly. So let's role play this again. You're asking someone for help. You know you need to switch, but you're not sure where.
Okay, so, excuse me, I need to get to the airport. Do I stay on this train?
And a helpful local might say, no, you need to change at Central Station.
Change at Central Station, and I'm noticing that preposition again, at.
Good catch. Yes. We change at the specific location. Change at the next stop. Change at Central Station. It's a single point on the map.
So I could say to my friend, I need to change at Central Station, so I'll be a little late.
That is perfect usage.
Mm.
And speaking of being late,
Yeah.
that is the other big reality of public transport.
Delays.
Delays.
The bane of my existence. I really hate waiting.
We have some specific vocabulary for this. If the bus was supposed to arrive at 8:0 and now it's 8:15 and there's still no bus, we say the bus is running late.
Running late. It's funny that we use the word running when the bus isn't moving at all.
It is a funny little quirk of English, isn't it?
Yeah.
Running here refers to the schedule, the operation.
The schedule is running behind.
Exactly. The train is running late. Or you can use it for yourself. If you're calling a friend, you can say, sorry, I'm running a bit late today.
I'm running late. That's a great phrase. Instead of just saying I am late, which sounds a bit final,
Right.
I'm running late sounds more active, more current.
It implies you're in the process of being late. You're on your way, but you're behind schedule. It sounds a little softer than just I am late.
That's a great tip. And when does this usually happen? When is transport most likely to be running late?
Usually during rush hour.
Rush hour. I love that term. It sounds like an action movie.
It does, but in reality, it's much less exciting and much more sweaty.
That's very true. So rush hour is just the busy time.
Yes. But here's the secret. It's almost never just 1 hour.
So true. It feels like 4 hours sometimes.
Rush hour refers to the peak commuting times. So usually in the morning, around 8 a.m. to 9:00 a.m., when everyone is rushing to get to work.
Okay.
And then again in the evening, around 5:00 p.m. to 6:00 p.m., when everyone is rushing to get home.
So if I'm trying to travel at 8:30 in the morning, I'm traveling during rush hour.
You're stuck in rush hour, yes.
Yeah.
You can say, I got caught in rush hour traffic. Or, the subway is so packed because it's rush hour.
Packed. That's a great word, like a can of sardines.
Exactly. If you want to avoid stress, try to travel outside of rush hour. But if you have to, at least now you have the vocabulary to complain about it properly.
Sorry, I'm running late. I got stuck in the rush hour crush.
Yeah, it's a perfect native-level excuse. You sound like a real local with that sentence.
Okay, so we have the movement, the connections, the delays. Now we need to talk about the really important part.
Which is? The business side of things. Paying for the ride. Welcome to Section 4. Fares and logistics.
Money makes the world go round, and I guess it makes the wheels on the bus go round, too.
It certainly does. Now, if you go to a shop to buy a shirt, you ask for the price or the cost.
Right.
But on a bus or a train, we have a special word.
We do. It starts with an F.
It does. Fare.
Yeah.
F-A-R-E.
Fare. As in, what is the fare?
Exactly. The fare is the specific price of a journey. You wouldn't really say, what is the price of the bus?
Uh-huh.
It sounds a little bit like you want to buy the entire bus.
How much to buy this bus? $200,000. No, I just want one ride.
Exactly. So instead, you ask, what is the fare to the city center? Or even just, how much is the fare?
How much is the fare? Got it. And these days, we don't always use cash. We have travel cards, apps on our phones.
That's right. And this brings us to another very important verb, validate.
Validate. That seems very official, like I need to validate my parking ticket.
It has that same feeling. It means to make something valid, to prove it's legal, and has been paid for.
Okay.
On transport, validating your ticket means scanning it or stamping it in a machine so the system knows you've paid.
Right. In some cities, you can buy a ticket, but if you don't stick it in the little machine to get it stamped, you can get a fine.
A huge fine. And the ticket inspectors are not people you want to argue with, so you must validate your ticket.
Right.
Or if you're using a smart card, like an Oyster card in London, you often have to tap it on a reader.
Tap. Just a simple touch of the card on the machine. Beep.
Exactly. And here's a phrase that confuses a lot of people. You tap when you get on. But in some systems, you also have to tap when you leave.
Ah, yes. The tap off or tap out.
Precisely. So, do I need to tap off? Is a great question to ask a local or a member of staff.
Do I need to tap off? Why is that so important?
Because if you don't tap off, sometimes the system doesn't know where you finished your journey.
Oh, no.
So it just charges you the maximum possible fare. It assumes you traveled all the way to the end of the line.
So asking, do I need to tap off, can actually save you money.
A lot of money sometimes. It is a money-saving phrase.
That's the best kind of phrase to learn.
It is. Now, we've been talking a lot about travelers and tourists, but there's a specific group of people who do this every single day. They aren't on vacation. They're not exploring.
They're the people going to work. The daily grinders.
Yes. We call these people commuters.
Commuters. C-O-M-M-U-T-E-R.
A commuter is someone who travels some distance to their job on a regular basis.
So I work from home. Am I a commuter?
No. Your commute is from your bed to your desk. It's a very, very short commute.
The best kind of commute. I don't need a fare for that.
But for most people, they are commuters. They take the commuter train. They are part of the morning commute.
Can a student be a commuter if they travel to university every day?
Absolutely. If you travel to university by bus every single day, you are a commuter. It just implies a regular, repeated journey for work or school.
So I can say I am a commuter, or my commute takes about 40 minutes.
Perfect.
Yeah.
It's a great noun to describe your role as a traveler in your own city.
Wow. We have covered a lot of ground today.
We really have.
We went from being these robotic aliens entering buses to savvy commuters tapping off and avoiding rush hour.
It's quite a journey. And that's really what learning a language is all about, isn't it? It's taking these small steps, these English steps, to go from simply functioning to actually flowing.
Flowing, I like that word.
Before we wrap up, let's do a really quick rapid-fire summary just to make sure these key points stick in our listeners' brains.
Let's do it. Recap time.
Okay, point one, the golden rule. If you can stand up and walk, like on a bus, train, or plane
you get on and you get off.
and if you have to crouch and sit down right away, like in a car or a taxi
You get in and you get out.
excellent. Point two, if you're not sure if it's the right bus, you ask.
Does this bus go to my destination?
And if you want to sit down politely next to someone.
Is this seat taken?
Point three, those super busy times of day are called.
Rush hour. Usually around 8 a.m. and 5 p.m. Avoid it if you can.
And finally, that special word for the price of the trip.
It's the fare. And don't forget to validate your ticket or maybe tap off.
Brilliant. I think you are officially ready to navigate any city in the world.
I feel ready. No more robots. Just smooth, natural English.
That is exactly what we like to hear.
Yeah.
Now, for everyone listening, this conversation doesn't have to end here. We want to hear from you. We have a question for you to answer.
Yes. We want to know, what is your favorite way to travel around a city bus, train, or walking?
That's a good question. What about you? Are you a detailed explorer or a lazy traveler?
Oh, that is tough, I think. Walking, honestly.
Really?
Yeah, you see so much more. You can just stop for a coffee whenever you want. You don't have to worry about fares or tapping off or anything. But if it's raining,
The condition.
give me a taxi, please.
Fair enough. I think I'm a train person myself.
Oh, yeah.
I love the rhythm of it, just looking out the window, maybe reading a book. It feels very civilized.
That's a very expert speaker answer.
Yeah.
Very civilized.
I try my best. Listeners, please do let us know your preference. And a huge reminder from us, if you enjoyed this, if you learned something new today, please subscribe to English Steps.
Yes. Please hit that subscribe button. It really helps us a lot, and it means you will never miss a lesson. And please share this with your friends who are also learning English.
Don't let them suffer with robotic English.
Help them out.
Help them get on the right track.
Is that pun intended?
Always.
All right, that's all from us for today. Thank you so much for listening. Thank you for learning, and we will see you in the next episode.
Safe travels, everyone. Goodbye.
Bye.